Welcome back on Asia Prime. The state revenue and expenditure budget for the month of September 2022 is experiencing a surplus as big as 60.9 trillion rupiah, or 0.33% against the gross domestic income. This is the ninth consecutive surplus this year.
Indonesian Minister of Finance Sri Mulyani Indrawati says the state budget surplus for September this year in the amount of 60.9 trillion rupiah comes from a higher state income in comparison with the state's expenditures. State income is recorded to reach 1,974 trillion rupiah, while expenditures are slightly under the amount of 1,913 trillion rupiah. The minister also mentioned that the state income for the month of September this year went up by 45.7% in comparison to the same period last year. The increase was also largely contributed by tax revenue in the amount of 1,310 trillion rupiah, a 54.2% increase from September 2021. Meanwhile, inflation continues to surge in Singapore, with the latest data showing that core inflation is now at its highest level in nearly 14 years.
For the month of September, core inflation in Singapore rose to 5.3%, driven by higher prices of food, services, and retail. This is the highest level in nearly 14 years, as the last time core inflation exceeded those levels was in November 2008, when it stood at 5.5%. In September this year, food prices surged by 6.9%, while accommodation was up by 4.9% due to increases in housing rent costs. Electricity and gas prices also rose by 23.9% compared to the previous year. The Singaporean Central Bank, the Monetary Authority of Singapore, is projecting overall inflation to hit 6% by the end of the year due to surges in global commodity prices and more persistent than expected external inflation.